So, in the interest of inclusivity, Mattel, the maker of the popular toy Barbie, released a new line of the popular doll the other day. It is called Down Syndrome Barbie. And no, that's not a joke. This is very real. And here's a clip.
The world's first Barbie with Down syndrome will give children the opportunity to play with more inclusive dolls.
This doll is breaking barriers by creating the first fashion doll with Down syndrome, allowing more children to project their future through fashion doll play and imagine what is possible.
Mattel, Barbie's parent company, announced the new figures will soon be hitting store shelves. The company took extra care to ensure they were properly representing the Down syndrome community.
We brought the doll with Down syndrome to life in close partnership with the National Down Syndrome Society. Through this collaboration, we were able to ensure the doll and all the design elements and details were an accurate representation of a person with Down syndrome.
The 64-year-old doll brand says it consulted with medical professionals to get details, like the doll's frame, more accurately. Barbie with Down syndrome is shorter in height and has a longer torso than the rest of the Barbie lineup. Even the doll's jewelry has special meaning. 3 chevrons on Barbie's necklace is a symbol known as the lucky few. It represents the 21st chromosome, which is the genetic marker of a person with Down syndrome.
And we're dedicated to combating social stigma and enabling all children to see themselves in Barbie, as well as have a Barbie that reflects the world around them.
No, I hold my tongue there, man. I almost feel bad making fun of it, but not everything needs representation, you know? Less than 1% of the population has Down syndrome. And I'm sorry to say it, it's not a normal thing. And this push to normalize everything is getting out of control. The mind virus of inclusivity, as innocent as Down syndrome Barbie is going to take us down a road where pedophilia is just a normal thing and we need to be accepting of it. Oh, wait, that's right. It's already happening.
Folks, my name is Miranda. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist in Erie, Pennsylvania. And today I want to talk about minor attracted persons. And I want to talk about minor attracted persons because they are probably the most vilified population of folks in our culture.
The fuck out of here.
Most folks are making incorrect assumptions about them without actually knowing much about them. And those assumptions create harm for an already marginalized population. You may have noticed that I'm using the term minor attracted persons, sometimes abbreviated to MAPS, instead of the more commonly used term pedophile.
Which they should be
called.
And
I'm doing this because the term pedophile has moved from being a diagnostic label to being a judgmental, hurtful insult.
You should
that
judge
we
people
hurl at people
that like
in order to harm
children.
them or
I'm sorry.
I also prefer person-first language that recognizes that any label we might apply to a person is only part of who they are and doesn't represent everything that they are. We are all people first with many different facets or parts of ourselves, and this includes folks who are attracted to minors.
I use the term minor attracted person or MAP in the title and throughout the book for multiple reasons. First of all, because I think it's important to use terminology for groups that members of that group want others to use for them. And MAP advocacy groups like Before You Act have advocated for use of the term MAP. They've advocated for it primarily because it's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender. And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors. I've definitely heard the idea that you brought up, though, that the use of the term minor attracted person suggests that it's okay to be attracted to children. But using a term that communicates who someone is attracted to doesn't indicate anything about the morality of that attraction.
We live in a time where the straw man fallacy like the one I painted before those clips, is becoming reality. Those are no longer unsound arguments, as the left would say. The slippery slope has become a linear path. That's what's happening before our eyes. Everything that they told us was a slippery slope. That's a slippery slope, man. You can't say that because you're going to hurt people. It's happening.